Okay, we have another shotgun. This is GForce Arms, and I believe it is a GF2P, 12 gauge pump action, 4+1, 18.5-inch barrel, fixed telescopic stock in black. So this gun was on clearance from Palmetto State Armory. And I believe the price, and they're still there now, is $109.99, so 110 bucks for this shotgun. And we'll see what it is, where it's made, but that's going to be pretty tough to beat, you know, no matter how you look at it, one way or the other. But for 100 bucks, it's worth a gamble. Alright, so what's in the box? Alright, this one here is still wrapped in plastic. It's giving me some more confidence. The other one wasn't. So, we got the pump. Okay, got our manual. Again, I believe this is some sort of plug. I'll leave that in the box. Accessories, again, advertisement. I have no idea what this is. And, ooh, the bolt. The bolt was just laying there. So we got the bolt. It's kind of strange. I'll take it all out. And then you got to kind of pull this up. And there's our barrel. All wrapped up. Alright, I'll get these laid out on the table and we'll unwrap it and take a look at closer look at what we got. So let's start. I'm confident, you know, I like the fact this came wrapped in plastic, unlike the other gun, which may have been a display model. But, okay, we got this accessory thing. And this, I believe, again, is a plug for the magazine. I found one like it, but it's not mentioned anywhere in the manual. I have no idea what this is or what it's used for, so we'll throw that over there. The only thing I don't like is the bolt is out of the gun we just found sitting in the box. So the fact that we're still wrapped in plastic is a good sign. And yes, we are covered in oil. So we got our barrel, imported by GForce Arms, Reno, Nevada, and in Turkey. Okay, so this is a Turkish shotgun, 18.5-inch barrel. Let's get a quick one complaint somebody had about this gun was that it had a modified choke, and the individual wanted to fire slugs in it, but he said he couldn't do it with a modified choke or whatever. So let me check it out. And yeah, it is. It's 717. It's an improved modified 705. So this barrel can still handle shot, you know, buckshot and slugs. You should be able to fire slugs in this with no trouble. Okay. So we're going to get this out. Okay. And as usual, your safety's here in the back. And when you see the red on this side, okay, so we'll put the safety on, and here's your pump. On all pumps you got a little release lever, so when you lock your action in. Press that. Now, why is the bolt out of the gun? And looking at this, okay, and the manual does not show you how to strip this gun down, okay, not at all. And this thing is heavily covered, and there's actually, if you look down there, there's a silica pack or something in there. So make sure you clean your bore out. I'll get that out later. That would screw you up. If you just screw this thing together, I don't know if you can see it. If you just screw this thing together, you had a barrel obstruction in there. I don't like that. That's not a good thing to do. People do not like to pay attention. Okay, I'm going to edit this in because this is a serious safety issue. Got my cleaning rod. I'm going to run it down the barrel. Somehow these idiots placed a silica pack in the barrel. Okay, if you're not paying attention and just threw this gun together without cleaning the barrel or checking down the barrel, that would have caused a barrel obstruction and you would have had some issues. Okay, so please, any of these guns, make sure there's nothing in the barrel before you assemble it. Or if they come assembled, some of these things come assembled, make sure there's nothing in there. But since we already got it apart, and I guess that just would slide in. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay. I think that answers the question of the bolt, maybe. Alright, so we'll do their assembly instructions. Got your cap. This is what the manual says to do. Okay. Get that to where you can get the barrel in. Okay, and then they tell you to screw the cap back on here. And line it up with the, which, and it looks like it. Okay. And that's about it to get it together, but on that safety issue. Okay, so after examination of this gun, reading the manual, and what I found, there's some serious red flags. Number one was this silica pack that was in the barrel. Okay, if somebody wasn't paying attention, that could have been disastrous. Now this shotgun's kind of a standard 12 gauge pump like all of them. This here in the front is your release, slide release. You know, so when you're locked, you depress that and away you go. The safety is behind the trigger, that cream colored or gray colored button. You know, on this side you can see the red, so when you press it and don't see the red, the gun won't fire. Pretty simple to get to. The stock, that's another thing. It's one piece, it's on there. I'm not quite sure how to even get this thing off. They do sell a pistol grip and they sell a 5-position folding stock. It kind of looks like this, but this is not it. This is a single solid stock with a pistol grip. A little bit on the uncomfortable side for me, or something I'm not quite used to in a pump shotgun. I don't know, as far as sling swivels, I guess you got one here, and you have this block up here, which is not an add-on. That is actually part of the foregrip here. Okay, like I said, improved cylinder choke, so it's not wide open and it's not modified. So you can fire slugs in this, probably with no problem, without the choke being a problem. It is a 3-inch chamber, made in Turkey. Now when I was putting it together, the barrel, the manual shows you very little on disassembling this. The next video we're going to try to get this disassembled and get all the innards out. I'm not going to attempt the stock because I believe it's a screw, and then you take the plate off and you'd have to reach up and unscrew a bolt. I can look into that. But putting the barrel on, as you've seen, I had difficulty. And it is, I don't go in there smooth. So I don't know if just tolerances are off on this damn thing or what. But another thing I found I don't like, when I was, pumping this action, that's not locked. Okay? And if you pull the trigger, the gun will fire. I think this gun will fire out of battery. So that's something to kind of realize, gents, when you're doing your The trigger does have a disconnect. What do I mean by that? Pull the trigger, slide the gun, and then you'll hear it reset. Okay, then it fires. But I'm wondering if you're out of battery, which that is not closed, this gun fires. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't know if this thing's like a death trap or what. Okay, so interesting features for a $100 shotgun. Stock's a little weird. Standard pump, slide release safety. You have a rail on this. This thing does not fit together very well. I mean, most pumps, what you have to do when you do the barrel is you get this about halfway up. With most pump shotguns, you get it half open because you need to clear the bolt to get it out, and then to come back in you got to kind of angle it, and it was binding. If you have this all the way back, it'll bind. It looks like these 2 pins, we take out the trigger group, and then we can get the rest of it out. But truthfully, guys, I'm a little leery. That's why they're selling these things for like $100 or $110. This thing here obviously is not a high quality weapon, and now I'm a little nervous to fire it. But next video we're going to pull it apart, take out the insides, clean everything with carburetor cleaner, get all this packing grease off, because that will cause the gun to jam. If you fire this without cleaning it out, that stuff will get sticky and gummy and gum the gun up. So stay tuned for the next video. We're going to take her apart.